Dear students, how are you all? I hope everyone is fit and fine and studying at home. So, I'm here in front of you. My name is Shibinika Khan and today we are going to start our chapter number 2. In previous chapter, we have studied about the universe, the earth and the universe. Okay? We have seen about the stars, planets, sun and the solar system. Now let's move on and we'll study about chapter number 2, that is Earth, the living planet. Yes, it is unique planet where living things can be found. So students, let's get started. So, first of all, let's see what we are going to study in this chapter. In this lesson, we will learn about the Earth as a unique planet. Earth as a unique planet. The Earth as our living planet. The shape of the Earth and the horizon, coast and sky. So all these points we are going to discuss one by one. So first of all, let's take the Earth. The Earth is living planet. All living things need essential things to live. What are these essential things? These are air, water and right amount of warmth to live. So students, from where we are getting all these essential things? So air we are getting from atmosphere. Water we are getting from the earth because the 3/4 part of the earth is covered with water and the right amount of warmth to live. So from where we are getting the right amount of warmth to live? Yes, you are correct. Sun. Now let's move on to the second point. The earth gets heat and light from the sun. So you get heat and light from the sun in correct amount. A layer of air called the atmosphere surrounds the earth. About this we'll study in detail that there is a layer of air. So you can find that most of the part is covered with water and looks blue. And then 1/4 part is covered with land that looks green or brown or any other shade. So let's see in next picture how much part is covered with water and how much part is covered with land. Now students, here you can see the blue part. This is the water amount on earth. 3/4 part of the earth. And 1/4 part of the earth is covered with land, that is given in green color. Okay. Did you know is given the abundant water on the earth's surface makes it appear blue when seen from space. It is also called the blue planet. So students, just now we have seen that 3/4 part of the earth is covered with water. That is why it appears blue from the outer space. Only 1/4 part of earth is covered with land. That is why it is not looking green or any other color. It looks blue. Now let's move further. Here I am showing you one picture. Here you can see that how the earth appears blue in color. And only few part you can see in green or yellow color. So that is why this is how earth looks like from outer space. So students, the question arises, what is the shape of the earth? The earth appears flat. No wonder people long ago were afraid to travel far. They used to think that if they will walk in one direction, they would fall off the edge. So that is why they never try to go far. Here you can see, here people used to think that if they will walk in one direction or they will travel in one direction, they will fall off the edge. Okay, and they used to think that if they will sail in one direction, then the edge of the earth will appear and they will fall off. But what do you think? It is true. But is the earth really flat? About 500 years ago, Ferdinand Magellan was a person, he was a Portuguese sailor. So he set out with a fleet of ships from the Spain. Here you can see the fleet of ships. So group of ships is known as fleet. So a fleet of ships from Spain. So he started his journey from Spain and continuously he sailed in a one direction, and after 3 years he reached at the same place from where he had started. Then how did he find out? Just now I told you. Here also the same thing is written. Let's just read it once again. He kept sailing in one direction, and after 3 years his ships reached at the same place from where they had started. Okay, so let's see. So students, here I will show you how Ferdinand Magellan proved that earth is round like a ball, not flat. So students, he started his journey from Spain. Suppose somewhere here is the Spain, and he started his journey from one direction, and after 3 years he reached at the same place from where he had started. So how many years he took to take one round of the earth? 3 years. This is how he proved that earth is round like a ball, not flat. Okay students, by this we can say that the sailors had really sailed around the earth. So Magellan proved that earth is round like a huge ball, not flat like this. People used to fear that if they will walk in one direction, they will fall off the edge. Magellan decided to prove this. After that, some astronauts also proved that the earth looks like a huge ball from outer space. Now let's move on. Now maybe one question is arising in your mind that who is astronaut? So the astronauts are people who have been trained to travel in space in rockets and spaceships. So students, here in this picture you can see that how the astronauts looks like. They have special type of suit which they wear because to travel into space they need special suit so that they can travel in rockets and spaceships easily. Further to the next slide. Did you know? So students, one did you know is given on page number 8 in your book. Let me just show you this. So students, let's just read it out. Squadron leader Rakesh Sharma, an Indian Air Force pilot, was the first Indian astronaut to go to space. And Kalpana Chawla was the first Indian-born woman to travel to space. So these were the two important people. You should know about them because students, it's a kind of general knowledge information. So you have to remember these two names, Rakesh Sharma and Kalpana Chawla. Now let's move further. In next slide, we'll see the photos of these two important persons. Here students, two photos you can see. In first picture, this is the Rakesh Sharma, an Indian Air Force pilot. In second picture, you can see this is the Kalpana Chawla. Kalpana Chawla, first Indian woman to travel to space. So these are two important persons. Okay students. That was a proud moment for us when these two people went to space. Okay, let's move for the next slide. Can you see two pictures here? Let me just zoom it. By this you can see, students, light blue color layer surrounds the earth. Can you see? Yes, what it is now? It is the very thin layer of air surrounds the earth, and it is called atmosphere. In this picture also you can see this showing in light blue color. So this is what? This is atmosphere. Now let's just read it out. What is written here? The earth as it appears from the outer space, this is the shape, and note the thin blue layer of air surrounding it. So this is the light blue color thin layer, that is atmosphere. Okay, now let's move for the next slide. Can you see what it is? The horizon. The land and sky seem to meet at some point, but in reality they do not meet. It appears, it seems only. The place at which the land appears to meet the sky, so that is known as horizon. When you try to come closer to horizon, it seems to move further away. So that is called horizon. Now in next picture we'll see how the horizon looks like. So students, here you can see how beautiful this picture is. Here you can see that land. You can see it is very fertile land, green land you can see, and sky. At some point here, let me show you here. Some point you can see, you are thinking that it is meeting, but it is not so. It appears to meet. It appears to meet. It seems that they both are meeting, but in real it is not so. Okay, let me show you another picture of this. Here another picture. You can see this is also a horizon. Here also you can see this is the land. Okay, this is land and this is sky, and they both are meeting at some point, and this is called what? Yes, can you tell me what it is? Yes, horizon. So I hope you have understood here what is horizon. Now students, let's start our next topic. This is the coast. So in students, in previous topic we have seen what is horizon, where the land and sky appears to meet, that is horizon. Now what is coast? Where the land and sea meet, that is coast. Okay, let me show you here. When the land and the sea meet, okay, this is sea and this is land. When it meets, that is known as coast. Now we will see in the picture sea. Here also you can see a beautiful picture of coast. Here I'll show you. This is fine. Here the sea and this is land. Okay, and they both are meeting at this point, and this is known as coast. Okay. Now let's move further. Now students, here one more thing is written. If we stand on the coast, and face the sea, it will seem as if the water and the sky are meeting at a distance. So this does not happen in reality, but it looks like that. Now let's see how. So students, here you can see sea. Can you see? So here you can find that this is the coast. Okay, and if you stand here and faces the sea, so here you can see that here the sky and here sea. Here at one point in a distance you can see that they appear to meet at one point. Now what it is? It is called horizon. Okay? So here you can see it appears to meet at some distance, but it is not in reality. Okay? So if you get a chance to stand on a coast, so just see this beautiful view. The sky. It is given on page number 9, students, in your book. Let's just see. Above the earth is the sky. Above the earth is the sky. It looks blue, though it is really not so. It looks blue, but the real color is not blue. It is just a vast space surrounding the earth. Okay? The sun, the stars, the moon, and heavenly bodies are into the space, and it's a part of the sky. Okay? In sky you can see all these things. Now I'll show you. This is a picture. This is a picture of the sky. Here you can see the birds are flying in the sky. So this picture is given in your book, also in page number 9 it is given. So you can see, and this is another picture of sky. When you see from very high place or from the aeroplane, if you travel by aeroplane, so by that also you can see this is the scene from very high place or from very height. So this is the another picture of sky. Now students, this is the time to revise the things what we have studied. Now let's just revise the things. The earth is living planet and is home to humans, plants and animals. The earth is a living planet of humans. Okay, plants, animals, all living creatures can be found on earth, because on earth we are having all essential things to live. What are these essential things to live? So all living things need air, water and the right amount of warmth to live. So from where we are getting air, we are getting from atmosphere. Water, we are getting water. So drinking water we are getting from the rivers, ponds, lakes. And the right amount of warmth to live, from where we can get? We can get this from the sun. The earth is made up of land and water, just we have discussed. So the only 1/4 part is covered with land on earth, and 3/4 part of the earth is covered with water. Now a layer of air called atmosphere surrounds the earth. I had shown you, you see the earth from outer space, you can see very light blue color thin layer, that is known as atmosphere. And the earth is round like a ball, so people used to think that it is flat. But further Ferdinand Magellan decided to prove that what is the shape of the earth. So he sailed in a one direction, and after 3 years he reached at the same place from where he had started. So by that he understood that earth is not flat, it is round like a ball, and then astronauts also further proved this. Now students, here are some more points. Let's read. The land and sky appears to meet at the horizon. So when the land and sky appears to meet, so that is horizon. Again, when the land and sky appears to meet, this is called horizon. But in reality it is not so. Okay? And when the sea and land meet at the coast, sea and land meet at the coast. Okay? Let's move on. This is the homework for you students. This you have to do. You have to find from your book, who was Ferdinand Magellan? We have seen, I hope you remember, what do you mean by coast? Who is astronaut? Is the earth really flat? And learn words to remember from book that is given on page number 10. let me just show you where it is given. So here it is given on page number 10. So this you have to do as a homework. Now students, I hope you all have understood what we have studied, okay, about the horizon, about the coast, and what is the shape of the earth, and how did we find out that earth is round like a ball, not flat, and sky, and many more things we have seen. So I hope you have understood, and you have to revise it today only, because if you will not revise the things, you will forget. Okay, so that is why you have to study and listen to your elders, keep yourself safe at home, and I will see you in next class with next chapter, new chapter with some new topics.